Social Network Marketing in a Small Business, a capstone for a Masters of Organizational and Professional Communications, Marketing and Public Relations, by Fagerholm. For this capstone, the problem we are discussing is small businesses not utilizing social networks to market for their small business. Small businesses do not always have the monetary funding for bigger marketing campaigns that include TV ads, commercials, print ads, but are not utilizing the opportunities that social networks and social media provides. Many social networks are free to use for anybody, and businesses can utilize this for marketing. My thesis statement for this capstone is utilizing social network marketing as a cost-effective method. Let us first take a look at social marketing. Social marketing, defined by the Business Dictionary, is marketing that is focused on the behavior of a person that will benefit that person or society altogether. Having marketing that is focused on behavior is very important because for any business to market properly, it must take into consideration their consumers' behaviors and attitudes. Paying attention to how your customers behave is important so you can get to know your customers. So social networks are the online networks that allow for real-time conversing. They allow for you to communicate with your customers, to get a feel of how they behave. Because of the rise in popularity of social networks in the last few years, companies use social media to market through because they're so popular. On this slide, we can see the average social networking by Americans. We can see the time spent social networking from January 2013. The graph separates by gender, by age, by education, and at the very top it shows the overall average of time spent social networking, which is 3.2 hours. This means that the average American spends 3.2 hours on a social network. So why social marketing for small businesses? This is because often marketing for a small business becomes a monetary issue. Unlike larger businesses, smaller businesses often have to consider where they spend their money, how often they spend their money, especially when it comes to something like marketing. This is where social marketing comes in. Small businesses can utilize this social marketing to improve customer base and overall growth, and they're free to join, easy to utilize, and most importantly, can link a business directly to its customers. It is that direct contact with your customers that has made. In my findings for this capstone, one of the most important things discovered was how important the internet has become for business because of the opportunity it has created. The internet has given businesses the opportunity to spread influence at a global level, meaning customers that they are trying to reach aren't necessarily just customers in their range. They can be customers in different countries, different states, all over the world, all over the globe. Social networks connect customers directly with the businesses they spend their money on, but allows for the opportunity to build a more personal relationship with the business and customer. If you take a look on the bottom right, you will see the most commonly used social media platforms in a graph arranged from the most popular to the least popular. Social networks have become an area for people to express opinions on certain items, on certain businesses, topics. They share photos, news articles, anything and everything having to do with a particular business and how they feel about that business. This becomes important to all businesses alike because it basically is a reputation. An article I found stated that instead of spending so much money on mass marketing, businesses should focus on tailored messages and relationship building with the customers. This is probably due to the fact that relationships are important to customers, and having a relationship with a business that they spend their money on can be very important to them. Building these relationships can build trust between the customer and the business. Since social marketing is influential in a variety of ways, small businesses have the opportunity to influence their customers in ways that are beneficial to them. Businesses can promote a good or service that they know will be intriguing to their customer and in turn influence them to stop by for that good or service. A restaurant can advertise a 2-for-1 deal on a certain type of food, and that can be a favorite food for one of their customers who will be in the next day for that deal. And it's not only for customers around the area or customers that come in every day, because social media spreads influence on a global spectrum. There can be people from one side of the United States that heard that this food was so great in California, so the first time they're in California, they're going to stop by that restaurant to try that food because they are connected to that restaurant via social networks. And we also have to keep in mind that consumers trust their friends and family more than the sources of information about products and services. Another study reported that 60% of Facebook users are more likely to recommend a brand after becoming a fan. This is word of mouth, and electronic word of mouth marketing at its best. This is buzz marketing. The terms are interchangeable. This is people recommending goods or services to their friends or family, and those friends and family trusting automatically their recommendations and going out to try that good or service. This is why it's very important that the person that's running the social networks for a company have certain characteristics, certain personable characteristics that can keep customers intrigued. The person that's handling the social networks should be polite, they should be social network savvy, they should be able to communicate right away to the customer that replied to the tweet or to the customer that tagged themselves at the restaurant. You need a person with a likable personality that can take criticism easily and respond to feedback immediately. Social media is fundamentally re-engineering the way we promote and sell our goods and services. The solution for the problem stated in this capstone is simple. A small business should immediately join the following social networks. Yelp should be joined for reviews and for customer feedback. It is one of the top reviewed sites for local businesses. If you're a restaurant or a salon, customer reviews can help new customers be attracted to your business. Facebook is also a good social network for the check-ins. Facebook has about 500 million users worldwide, and half of those users log in and connect to 130 of their friends on a daily basis. This means that anybody that's a fan of your Facebook will be able to show everybody else that's their friend that they're a fan of your business's Facebook. For a small business, Facebook also allows you to have communication with your fans, to reply to their comments, to tag them in pictures, to like when they check into your business. It gives you a very personable relationship with your customers. Instagram is a good social network for the hashtags and tagging. Businesses can use these traits that they get from Instagram to show off to potential customers. They can display their work through Instagram. They can promote a customer through Instagram. And Twitter is an important social network for the followers and retweets, the mentions. This is what a lot of people refer to as microblogging. blogging because it allows the person to post and read. In my recommendation portion of my capstone, I of course want to reiterate the importance of social networks in a small business because of the opportunities it provides to the small business. But I in turn also want to acknowledge the weaknesses. Although one of the strengths of implementing social networks in a small business is having low to no costs at the beginning of the social marketing venture, you must also keep in mind that the biggest costs may ultimately be the time that you spend on operating a social network. One of my authors stated that a restaurant owner spent 15 minutes for every hour he worked at his restaurant dedicated to social marketing. That is quite a bit of time to have to dedicate to social marketing if you don't have that time in your day. You also have to keep in mind that one of the most important things about social marketing is building that relationship with your customers. If you don't have the type of personality that can build relationships or take feedback well or take criticism well, that can become a weakness for social network marketing because you could also destroy or ruin your reputation by not having the type of personality needed to social network and communicate with your customers and potential customers. We have to also keep in mind that depending on the type of business, there are certain social networks that fit better for one company than it would for another. Like a restaurant, for instance, might do very well with having an Instagram account, whereas a law firm might not do so well. Because the restaurant can take pictures of food and the restaurant and their customers enjoying the food, whereas at a law office they might only have pictures of potential clients filling out paperwork or a lawyer at his desk that can not be as appealing to their customers than a restaurant with Instagram could be. The business should measure the influence of these social networks and how they affect customers so they can know which is better fit for them. And you should also make sure that the business familiarizes their customers with their social media accounts. Let your customers know you have a Facebook. Let them know you have a Twitter. Tell them to tag you on Instagram, things like that, so that they can keep their customers in the loop with their social networking. As a growing business, no matter the size, social media marketing can impact the outcome. Referrals, likes, check-ins, and followers, they're all a result of social network marketing for a business. It is the effort a small business puts into maintaining these networks that will make the difference. Social marketing is the tool that businesses should utilize, but definitely a tool that smaller businesses should take advantage of. As for the benefits for my professional career, as a marketing and public relations professional, this capstone has demonstrated a cost-effective strategy method in marketing for a small business. It allows for a larger spectrum with minimal effort. It can be globally utilized for any business. In this professional field, it allows for direct communication to the necessary audiences. It also provides immediate feedback for companies interested in strategic marketing strategies. As a small business owner myself, I was able to